This is the last video you'll need on quitting porn ever. Let's get right into the video. Porn is going to destroy your life if you don't get a grip of it. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through how exactly you can quit it within the next 30 to 60 days. Number one, the triggers. All right, this is something that I know for sure causes a lot of men to keep going through this cycle of being consumed by pornography, of being controlled by their lust. They cannot eliminate the triggers. I don't think that men struggle from actually being able to stop watching porn. It's that the triggers prompt you to watch porn. When I was struggling with my porn addiction, this was over 3 years ago now. I haven't watched porn since. What I realized, I took a deep dive. I had some critical thinking sessions with myself. I sat myself down and said, okay, what's the problem here? What really made me do this analysis was that I had quit porn for about 2 years and I had went back to it. And I was like, what the fuck happened? I was able to go on such a long streak and not consume this stuff. And then all of a sudden I fall back into it. So what I did was I analyzed my behavior. Okay, what exactly forced me to go back into this loop? And I noticed when I wasn't being triggered, when I was being focused, when I had abundance, right? It was no problem not watching porn. It was when I let myself be consumed by triggers. Girls on Instagram, girls on day naps, whatever it is. Those images were very, very visual as men. Those images accumulate in your mind and start to egg you on to go down that path. And I will remember, damn, okay, if I see some kind of video on Instagram and I even watch it for a second, it's like I'm dropping little droplets of like accumulation of getting me to do this, right? If I just didn't consume it at all, or if I saw a post and I just swiped away. It's like these platforms, man, their algorithm is to keep you on the platform. What keeps men on the platform? Girls looking for attention, girls showing their butt. That keeps people on the platform. So the platform is going to show you this stuff. And you make a mistake and watch half of a second of that shit. Now your whole feed is full of it. You make a mistake. God forbid you leave your damn phone and like you scroll and it happens to be a girl shaking her ass. You come back to that motherfucker. You watch that shit for 10 seconds. Your whole feed is full of that. So you got to go and put not interested. This is what I do. Not interested, not interested, not interested, not interested, not interested. Until they just stop showing it to me. Sometimes I have to like close the damn app, delete the app and restart it. So like my For You page and my feed can get reset back to 0. And I'm like, okay, this is the problem. These triggers, these attention seeking girls, I gotta stay away from them because I'm a man. I like women, right? I love women. So when you see that stuff, you wanna just, the testosterone gets a spike, your dopamine gets a spike. And now you wanna consume more of it. It starts getting into this evil trap. So what you have to deliberately do is force yourself to not be triggered. You gotta delete the triggers. Stop the triggers. If you see something on the internet, click not interested. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna save you. If you let yourself watch these videos, these little, oh, I just watched 5 seconds of it. Oh, I just watched 10 seconds of it. Before you know it, later on that night, when you finally calm down and you get horny as hell, you go back to it. You get consumed by it. So please, please, please get rid of the damn triggers. Anything that you notice, ask yourself right now, what do you notice causes you to watch porn? The moment you are on the site, it's too late. At that point, you don't even have any self-control. Ask yourself, before I started doing this, before I even got to the hub, before I felt this irreversible urge, it's like you can't even control it, right? What were you doing? What were the things that got you to that? And I realized when my triggers were eliminated, I don't give a fuck how much porn it is out there. I ain't watching it. All right. Number 2, abundance must be created, not fabricated. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're never gonna quit porn as a healthy adult male if you're not getting no ass. Let's cut the bullshit. Semen retention, femen retention, demon retention, whatever the fuck y'all wanna call it, stupid shit. It's not gonna work. There is no such thing as semen retention. It doesn't fucking exist. Unless you're purposely not trying to bust as many nuts throughout the week. That's what I consider semen retention. I've already made a video on this where I only nut like once a week or something. Like I'm not somebody that needs sex every day. I think I'm getting too old. I got way too much shit to do. And this is also part of, staying away from porn. I am so damn busy. I got so much shit to do. Like I don't even need that much sex. Not because I don't want sex, but like at the stage I am in my life right now, building my empire, helping our businesses, like I literally have calls with every single business that we're trying to scale, right? All these brands every single day. So my schedule is like get up in the morning, meeting, like go to the gym. The moment I come back home, calls throughout the evening. Then I probably have a coaching call at least twice out of the 5 days of the week. Weekends are my time to film content. Monday through Thursday, I'm on Zoom coaching these guys, coaching these businesses, right? We have our weekly calls. And then weekends, I have to film the content that I'm actually producing, as you're seeing here, so it can go out the next week. So I have to batch record all my content throughout the weekend because Monday through Friday, I don't have enough time. So for me, guys, like sex is like, bro, once or twice a week, I'm good. Crazy, right? The FedEx Fearless of 4 or 5 years ago, pussy was the most important thing to me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It was the most, like, I needed pussy every day. Why? Because I didn't have shit to fucking do. I didn't have shit to do. It makes sense now. It makes so much sense. I was like, why was I so, damn, it's like I needed pussy every hour because I didn't have shit to do. You know, I was making a little bit of money, but I'm not making the kind of money I'm making now. The more money I've made, the more busy I've gotten. And I'm like, I don't got time for this shit. I got way too much shit to do. Yeah, pussy was the most important thing to me because I didn't have anything to do, right? So if you got time to be chasing girls, chasing booty, you don't have shit to do. Now, let's go back to the point. I don't want to veer off too much. Abundance has to be still created. So abundance doesn't just come from having options, which you need to have options, but it comes from having a purpose. I guarantee you, if you have 5 to 6 calls a day with businesses, like let's say you run your own company, you the own CEO, you got 5 to 6 calls a day with customers, the new type of CEO is called the creator CEO. That's what I am. I am a creator CEO. I am a creator. I am a social media person, but I'm also the CEO of my company. So I'm a mixture of both. So if you imagine you have to make content and do coaching, like, man, you don't got time for this. Look, you're so damn busy. By the time you look up, look down, the day is gone. You still got to go to the gym. You still have to eat, right? By the time you're done, you guys ready to go to bed. A lot of nights right now, like I will sit up there and lay down in the bed, try to like after the day and I'm just fall asleep. I wake up, it's already the next day. I don't even got time for this shit, right? So abundance has to be created. I'm not even on dating apps anymore. First of all, I don't need new girls. I already have women in my life. Second, like that shit is too time consuming. I can have girls will just DM me on Instagram if that's something I want to do. But it's like, I've already put in so much work into my image, into what I have to do, that spending excess time is like a waste of time for me. I can literally just live my life, throw up a post and girls will hit me up. Busy, already have girls and girls just come to me. This is what you get when you put in the work and you're not succumbed by your own luck. So you create the abundance by being actually busy, actually having women, right? And being so focused on building what you want to build that women become just like a passive thought. Like they're just like an afterthought, okay? And I guarantee you wouldn't be watching porn. There's no way in the world. If you were literally putting in 12-hour days, there is no way in the world you would have time to watch porn. You would be so fucking tired. And if you already had girls, you would be so tired that the only thing you want to do is go to sleep. I'm telling you, sex to me now is like, oh my goodness. I gotta do that. Sometimes you want to go to bed. You're so tired. All right, you guys always tell me, oh, Phil, your eyes are so red. Why your eyes? I'm literally in front of a camera all day. That's why my eyes are red. Like I'm either filming, coaching, talking, doing something. So that drains my eyes. That makes me tired. I'm busy. You don't got time to be fucking jacking your dick to a random man on the internet. Okay. Third, porn causes ED. This is something that I just for the life of me cannot live with. I refuse to have erectile dysfunction. I just talked about literally how busy I am, right? Imagine you are busy and you watching porn. You're not gonna be able to get your dick up for a girl. So you still have to put in the work with the girl. You still have to satisfy the woman, right? But it's like if you don't have the energy to, or if you're watching porn so much, you're gonna get erectile dysfunction. I can't live with myself if I can't get my dick up. Like so many guys have DM'd me talking about whole fit, I love your videos about quitting porn. I was with this girl and I couldn't get my dick up. That shit is the most embarrassing thing you can experience as a man. As hard as it is for men to get laid, you finally get a girl and your dick doesn't. Why doesn't it work? Here's why it doesn't work. Because porn hijacks the part of your brain that is responsible for dopamine. Like porn will literally hijack it. The part of your brain that is responsible for instant gratification, porn hijacks it. So now when you got a real girl in front of you, you can't get your dick up because it's not the perfect scene. You're not stimulated enough. Porn overstimulates you to where you have too much control over your own satisfaction. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. You guys can attest to this. It gets worse and worse and worse and worse. You need to watch stronger porn, more weird porn, right? If you guys don't believe me, I've always said this before, go read the book, Your Brain on Porn. And just what people said in that book about what porn does to them. You start watching stuff that you don't even know. You're like, when did I start liking this shit? That's what porn does. It literally hijacks your dopamine. So you need more and more. You need more of a hit. It's like a drug. Literally. It's like you need harder and harder hit. So when you get to a girl, you see a real flesh and you can't get, there's no way you can get your dick up. Can't maintain the same amount of erection because you're not stimulated enough. It's not the perfect angle, perfect scene, the perfect storyline. So this girl that, is ready to be, she wants to be intimate with you. You can't even do nothing. Now you're embarrassing you. Now you look bad. Now she hitting up her friends. Oh, girl, he couldn't even get his dick up. What does porn? There is no advantage of watching porn. I've seen other creators talk about, oh, porn, it makes you less thirsty. But man, get the fuck out of here, bro. These motherfuckers, these people will say anything on the internet. How the fuck does porn make you less thirsty? That shit is the dumbest shit I ever fucking heard. Literally makes you more fucking thirsty. You literally jacking your dick to a girl you don't even know. What the, like, come on, bro. How the hell does that make you less thirsty? Oh, it makes you less thirsty because you don't need to just sleep with any girl. I can sleep with girls that I find attractive and not need to jack my fucking dick. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the correlation of me watching a random girl that I don't know, satisfying myself to her, and how that's gonna make me less thirsty. If anything, that's gonna make me more thirsty. Like, you know how embarrassing you fucking look? Next time you wanna watch porn, put yourself in front of a mirror. I'm telling you, that'll cure a lot of you guys' sicknesses. You know how embarrassing you fucking look beating your dick to a fucking phone video? That shit looks fucking... Okay, imagine the girl you like. Let's say there's a girl at your gym or whatever, or wherever you've seen her. Let's say a beautiful girl that you like. Wow, she's my type. Imagine her seeing you jack your dick to porno. You think she'll want to fuck you? That's the answer to your question. All right. And lastly, number 4, I just kind of alluded to this. Porn turns you into a weirdo. I sincerely believe porn makes you a fucking weirdo. All these guys, remember when I used to do the live streams and stuff? Guys were like, oh, Phil, why did you stop doing the live streams? Listen, the God honest truth is I got tired of talking to weirdos. And I felt like the people who needed my help the most, they wanted something deeper from me. I've said this before. Like my students that literally were paying me for coaching, are still paying me for coaching. They want me to help them with all areas of their life. These are not guys who needed to be reminded to wipe their fucking ass. They didn't need to be reminded to get a fucking haircut. They didn't need to be reminded to get a job. I'm like, my students, like, think about this epiphany, right? And what would you do if you were in my shoes? You're making content, is getting virality. And like I said, virality doesn't mean shit. If it doesn't serve the people you're trying to help, it doesn't matter. You're getting all these views, right? But the people that want your help specifically, it's actually detracting them. The people who getting coaching from me, they didn't relate to that shit. Cause it's like, Fit, we already have jobs. Fit, I already go to the gym. I already have a business. I am hardworking. Why are you talking to these dudes? Come help us out. Can you give us some advice? And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Spend time talking to motherfuckers that they come on a damn live stream and they'll literally whip their dick out. Weirdos, fucking sickos. And the people that need my help the most, they're trying to build something significant. I'm over here spending less time with them. I said, fuck that shit. Fuck that. Ain't no motherfucking way. I'm not doing that shit again. No way. I'm gonna focus on the people who actually want to be helped. The people who actually want to grow. The people who actually want to be successful. None of my students need to be reminded that they need to wipe their ass and comb their hair. And none of them. So I was like, what the fuck am I doing? None of them need to be told, go to the gym, bro. Leave your mama's crib. Get a job. The people who are literally paying me that needed my help the most didn't want that advice. They were starting to get disconnected from what I was talking about. Cause it's like, we don't have those problems, Fit. Why are you talking to these dudes? So I'm more focused now on, if you want my help, if you want to be a student of mine, if you want to be a business that we work with, you got to have your shit together, bro. We don't want to talk to bums, all right? And I think literally this is the issue with a lot of men. It's like looks maxing, obsession, all right? That's why I don't even want to be considered that part of that shit no more. Looks maxing, black pill bullshit just attracts weirdos. Guys who want to sit in their fucking mama's basement, jack their dick all day, and think that if they put on a fucking whatever, they're gonna look attractive. They want to do little to no work. That's what I realized. A lot of the content that I was making, the streams that I was doing, it was just attracting people who are just, they wanted to do the bare minimum to get results. And I was like, this is not for me, man. No way. This is not the mission here. My goal is to help men be better, and I refuse to sit up here and neglect the guys who actually want to be better, to be talking to dudes who literally, they don't even try. That's crazy. All right. And I think this is a big part of it is porn. I think porn literally makes you so fucking weird and awkward that you have no social skills. You're not in tune with reality. Like, you just don't even do anything with your life. That's a bad thing. Because like I said in the beginning, when I was talking about being busy, if you have your fucking life together, if you've been watching my content for any period of time, what have we been talking about since the beginning? Self-improvement. If you want to attract the kind of girls that you want to attract, you have to become the best version of yourself. Go back and watch the beginning videos. This is the message throughout. The best version of yourself doesn't have time to sit up and jack his fucking dick all day. He doesn't. The best version of yourself isn't missing the gym. The best version of yourself is not obese. The best version of yourself doesn't have to be reminded he needs to go get a job. The best version of yourself doesn't have to be reminded that he needs to make money. He needs to have success. I shouldn't have to convince a man to be successful. Porn does. When you watch porn, you become literally a shell of yourself. You stop caring, right? Why? Because this is how the brain works, guys. As a man, your biology is to get laid. You want to survive and reproduce. The two biological functions of a man: survive, reproduce. Most men can survive. You can be a fucking bum, right? Have a $8 an hour job and get by. You don't have to worry about reproducing because you can just jack your dick. This is why so many men are becoming literally bums, because there's no pressure for you to do anything. But if you literally forced yourself to become better, where you had to attract beautiful girls to be able to reproduce. If your only nut came from being with a girl, there's no way in the fucking world you'd be a loser. Put money on it. If the only time you came was with a girl you found attractive, you wouldn't have to be reminded to get out your mama's couch. You wouldn't have to be reminded to go to the fucking gym. You wouldn't have to be reminded, right? Do what you're supposed to do, because we already know women are savages. We already know women are hypergamous. We already know that shit. So if you're watching porn, you literally stripping yourself of your biological urge to be better. So if you want better, start being better. And that's it, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'll get back with you guys next time.